If you are interested in a biomass heating system for your facility, here are some considerations. Implementing a biomass heating system requires 3 primary steps. Planning, which includes an analysis and feasibility study, installation, and operation and maintenance. In the planning stage, the feasibility study should include an analysis of long-term biomass supply and availability. Who are the potential wood fuel suppliers? What is their source? What is the sustainability of the biomass supply? What is the expected fuel cost? An analysis of system sizing. What size system will provide the necessary BTU output for your facility? Determine the appropriate size of the primary wood system, as well as the size of a backup system such as natural gas. Determine the wood chip requirements. Estimate your short-term needs 3 to 7 days, which determines fuel bunker sizing. Estimate long-term needs 4 to 6 weeks for chips stored on-site or nearby. And estimate annual fuel use as part of an overall economic analysis. Estimate equipment and construction costs. Determine building modifications necessary to accommodate the new boilers and fuel handling equipment. Compare the cost of a biomass system versus a fossil fuel system in terms of capital and construction costs, fuel costs, operation and maintenance costs. Include an analysis of the expected emissions from the wood-fired system. Do they conform to applicable federal, state, and local regulations? The feasibility study can be performed by in-house personnel, but an engineering firm with some experience in biomass heating systems may be consulted to advise on economic analysis, resource availability, permitting, and other issues. If the feasibility study indicates that the system economics are acceptable, there is a sufficient and sustainable wood supply, and there are no technical reasons why the system cannot be installed, then the next step is to issue a request for quotations from manufacturers and vendors. If there are any emissions limitations, they should be specified along with any other special requirements. Fuel planning. You will also need to finalize fuel specifications and fuel supply agreements. It is very important to have a fuel collection and transport plan that keeps the wood chips as clean as possible, and this should be specified in any fuel supply contracts. Fuel moisture content strongly affects heating value. Therefore, the fuel price should be scaled based on moisture content. Develop appropriate fuel inspection procedures to determine moisture content, quality, and cleanliness. It is also important to ensure that the fuel receiving doors are big enough and that they are easily accessible, and that the fuel storage system is compatible with the delivery vehicles. It may be useful to have additional equipment available such as a front-end loader or bobcat, a chipper if receiving whole logs instead of chips, or a screen for chip sorting. Installation. Installation and operator training is usually provided by the equipment manufacturer or vendor. The biomass heating equipment might be tied into the general building alarm and notification systems. The manufacturer will perform initial testing to make sure that the system is working properly. If additional emissions testing is required by the state regulatory agency, this should be performed as part of the commissioning process. Operation and maintenance. Equipment operation includes system startup and shutdown, which might only need to be done once or twice per year. Equipment maintenance includes daily checking of the fuel level, which means the readily available supply of chips, and checking belts and augers for proper operation. Weekly maintenance includes ash removal, which is generally done once or twice per week, and oiling rotating components in the system, if necessary. And on an annual basis, major maintenance is generally performed during summer shutdown and consists of cleaning out the boiler tubes, inspecting all components, and lubricating wear points.